Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this short video, which is the first of a two-part series, I'm going to go over what are the important considerations that you need to understand in regard to your fat consumption and why some fats are good for your body, some are bad for your body, but why we need to have a balance of these important fats. As you know, I'm making these videos because I believe that you are the future of medicine, and the future of medicine is characterized by moving away from using drugs to treat symptoms and empowering individuals to become best stewards of their own health care. And it's through videos like this that you're going to get this information. Broadly speaking, there are two different classes of fats that we have access to. They are the saturated fats and the unsaturated fats. And all of us are able to recognize a saturated fat from a distance. It's any fat that is able to maintain stiffness at room temperature. So think of, say, like a Hershey bar. It maintains rigidity at room temperature. Now you can contrast that with some of the unsaturated fats, such as the vegetable oils and olive oils, or even fish oils, which are liquid at room temperature. As a matter of fact, the fish oils are even flexible at near freezing temperatures, which is why fish are able to swim in cold, chilly Canadian waters. What happens is when we have a set of saturated fats, this means that there are no double bonds in the fat. And basically the fat is a string of carbon atoms that are held together with hydrogen atoms saturating all of the different bonds. What this does is it creates a long, straight, rigid fat that lacks a lot of flexibility. Imagine these fats fitting together into your cell membranes like sardines in a tin. Conversely, when we talk about the unsaturated fats, and that's really the purpose of this video, these fats are characterized by a double bond. Now, the omega-3 fats are characterized by a double bond 3 carbon atoms away from the end of the molecule. And then you can guess that the omega-6 fats are characterized by a double bond 6 carbon molecules away from the end. The important thing to remember here is these molecules have a bend in them as a result of having been saturated with this double bond. What this does is it decreases the rigidity, and when these fats get stacked together, there is maintained fluidity and flexibility within the cellular membranes. So the fats basically have 3 important purposes in our body. The first is structural. It's been said that something like of the 70% of our brain which is fat, some 15 to 20% of those fats in the brain are these omega-3 fats. In tissues like the retina of the eye, 30% of the fats in these cellular membranes are the omega-3s. And the important thing to remember is that omega-3s are an essential fatty acid, which means that our body lacks the ability to create these fats de novo, and we need to obtain them in the diet. And another important thing to remember is with the beneficial omega-3 fats is that some of the omega-3 like fats that we can consume in our diet and then convert into omega-3s do require these conversion steps. However, if you consume an omega-3 fat through something like seafood, you're going to get the beneficial fats right out of the can, so to speak. I want to contrast the omega-3 fats with the double bond at the 3 spots from the end with the omega-6 fats, because really this omega-3 omega-6 ratio is one of the things which is contributing to the greatest amount of disease in industrialized nations today. The omega-6 fats are super important, don't get me wrong, but for the most part these fats are the headwaters of a molecule known as arachidonic acid, and arachidonic acid is then converted into a number of different molecular signaling molecules. The vast majority of these are associated with components that actually make us sicker. I mean, increased inflammation, constriction of our blood vessels, which contributes to elevated blood pressure. You can begin to see that here we have the omega-3s on one hand, which are associated with helping to tamp down our immune system, helping to allow our body to signal and read our DNA correctly, and generally maintain an anti-inflammatory state with these nice mobile cellular membranes, contrasted with the omega-6 fats. Now the omega-6 are important. I mean, we need to be able to maintain these inflammatory responses, but we don't want too much of a good thing. In the upcoming video, I'm going to go over some of the science that is beneficial that will instruct you how to first understand what your levels of fats are in your body. Are you at risk? What are the simple steps that you can take to begin to improve this? Additionally, we're going to get a little deeper into the science of why it's important to maintain a healthy omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. And of course, at the end of all of this stuff, you're going to have a very good understanding of, 1, why these fats are important, 2, how you can access them in your diet, and 3, how you can make these measurements. Of course, I'm making these videos to give you good information. This is YouTube, so of course, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll respond to all of them myself. I will see you in an upcoming video. Be well.